Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I've got 5 more underrated games for you, and here's the criteria if you're new here. The game must have under 10k total reviews. Reviews have to be overall positive, and they have to have under 1k concurrent players at its all-time peak. This ensures that I'm highlighting underrated games and those that might have slipped under the radar but are still loved by people who've discovered them. We're starting off strong in my opinion with Combat Mission Shock Force 2. Don't let the graphics of this game fool you. It's a highly detailed wargame simulator. And it's right up the alleys of players that enjoy games like Wargame or Steel Division. The game can be played in a head-to-head mode where both players play in real time, or in a We Go mode, where players plan out 1 minute of maneuvers and then sit back and watch the action. The game has a few modes and campaigns, and there are set battles you can play as well. The game takes place in 2008, mostly in Syria, so you can fight the Syrian army and some insurgent-esque forces. The game offers realistic military divisions and platoon breakdowns and covers various units from mechanized infantry to armored divisions. And as far as factions go, you have the Syrian army, insurgent forces, US Marine Corps, British, which I believe is a DLC, NATO armed forces. I've honestly had more fun playing this game than any other war game I've played. Next up is a game called Dead State. It's a weird mix of zombie survival RPG and turn-based strategy. Like any other RPG, you make a character and play through a set story with some decisions and quests that can alter the game's outcome. Where the game really shines is its turn-based combat. It felt weird at first because I've never played a turn-based zombie game before, let alone heard of one. When in combat, there is a sound meter or counter at the top. As the counter goes up from gunfire, shouting, and kicking down doors, once it hits a threshold, zombies will spawn on the edges of the map and make their way to the sound. This mechanic makes the fights feel really intense and makes me want to end them as quick as possible to avoid fighting more of the dead than I have to. This game isn't for everyone, that's for sure, but I had to share it as I thoroughly enjoyed it. Which reminds me that if you're enjoying this video, you should like it and consider subscribing. For my VR gamers out there, I recommend a game called Drums Rock. It's a Guitar Hero style game, but in VR with drums, of course. The developer regularly adds songs and song packs to the game. It has a campaign for you to play through and cosmetics for your sticks, hands, drums that you unlock by completing challenges in the game. If you like music rhythm games, this is definitely right up your alley. I was surprised by just how unknown this next game is. Jalopy is a roguelike car journey game, I think is the best way to put it. Your goal is to travel with your grandfather across the old East Block in a lemon of a car. As you drive, you'll need to find packages and parts to sell for money, so you can buy hotel rooms and gas to keep your car running as long as possible. Once you run out of gas or funds to continue your trip, you'll start all over again, with options for upgrades to the car based on what you found. It's vaguely like Pacific Drive, just take out the stalker elements and you'll get jalopy for the most part. The game is very relaxing and you can just enjoy the countryside as you drive from point to point. Lastly, we have Recipe for Disaster. It's a restaurant simulator in which you manage literally just about every aspect of the restaurant, from decor, staff, menu. You can make your own burger joint, pizza place, or steakhouse. You'll design everything on your menu, from drinks and side dishes to the main courses. Its management system and recipe editors are very in-depth and let you add spices and choose how the meat is cooked and prepared, from deep frying to grilling and everything in between. If you are interested in any of the games I've mentioned in today's video, I'll have links to the Steam store page down in the description.